Welcome back to the channel, guys. I am Matt. This is my lovely girlfriend, V. I say you're lovely and you make that face. Something that Vanessa and I talk a lot about. You know, we're kind of are we middle-aged now?
I'm not.
30s. 30, you're 32? 1?
I'm 23.
Oh, okay, that's right. So, something that we talk about quite a bit is things that we wish we would have done differently when we were younger. Things we wish we knew when we were younger. Just different life choices. Not that we regret things necessarily, but just, God, I wish I would have known that when I was 18. Mm-hmm. And so we figured that since some of our audience is a little bit younger, maybe we could share some of that wisdom with you guys. We're not preaching at you. We're not just old fogies telling you what to do. No. But we have a few insightful life lessons that we learned the hard way.
Definitely the hard way.
Some of them are funny, some of them aren't, but they're all freaking true. My number one thing is don't get a shitty tattoo. In my case, it was a shitty tribal tattoo. Now, I know that tribal tattoos aren't popular anymore, but there's other tattoos that are popular. And it might not be popular when you get to be my age. And then you might go to the beach and always be worried about...
And everybody's looking at your shitty tattoo.
Everyone looking at your shitty tattoo. I mean, I have multiple tattoos that I'm not crazy about, but...
like that sun on your ankle?
The tribal one. This one kind of takes the cake.
You need to shave your back, honey.
Yeah, so that's what I'm working with right there. Now, that was something that it sucked when I first got it. It was just one of those little prints up on a wall, you know, in the tattoo shop. And then I kept thinking, if I just add on to it, it's going to get better. It's going to look better. And it just became this bigger and bigger monstrosity. It started out with like that size.
Really?
And another thing I didn't notice is that the little shape in the very center is a 69. So
let me see that again. 69.
Or that's definitely a number one thing for me. I also got some different piercings that I regret.
Yeah, to add on to that, don't get piercings unless you're 100% sure. Because back in my day when I was like 14, the belly button piercing was in style. And now?
Not so much anymore. No. Now you see a bunch of pregnant ladies that still have their belly button hole scars.
Yeah, gross.
I did some stupid stuff and let like a friend pierce one of my nipples on a dare.
Ew.
Just dumb things like that. Point is, I'm not dissing on tattoos. I quite like tattoos. Just think it through. Don't go like on a whim like I did. I would go to a tattoo shop and not make up my mind until I got there and like, well, I want that. Yeah. Oh yeah, what does it mean to you? Nothing, I just thought it looked cool.
My number one thing that I wish I knew when I was younger was don't shit talk your friends, because it will go around and they will find out about it and it just makes your character look awful. Instead, don't talk shit about people and let your character speak for itself. And by that, I mean, when people talk shit about you, they won't believe it if you are a good person and you don't shit talk people. Does that make sense?
It makes sense. It's so hard. Even as adults, it's tough. The whole saying, be the bigger person, does sometimes work, but especially when you're in school and things get passed around, because one person might be your friend that day and then the next day they might not be.
And Kylie's dealing with that. My daughter is 10 years old and she's in 5th grade and she's already dealing with people talking shit and they're friends with her one day and friends with somebody else the next day and they're doing this little tit for tat type thing. And I tell her, I said, just don't get involved with it and let your character speak for itself so that when somebody does talk shit about you, they won't believe it because they know that you're not like that.
Also, when it comes to your friends or enemies, like your story about the poop, don't be vindictive.
Don't be vindictive either. Like, I thought it was so funny. One time, I had an enemy and I decided to shit in a cup and pour it on her car.
That's so disgusting.
Why am I obsessed with poop? I don't know.
That's so nasty.
Don't do shit like that. Literally, it's freaking...
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, just don't do that. It'll come around and bite you in the ass.
My number 2 is don't get into a serious relationship. Now, this is one that I think most people just have to learn the hard way. I could tell this to you, maybe you're young, 15, 16, and it doesn't matter. It's not gonna stick. You're gonna have to go through it yourself and then learn your lesson and then be like, okay, yeah, everyone was right. I shouldn't have gotten into a serious relationship that young. But I spent a good amount of like my senior year in high school in a serious relationship. I had some others that were fairly serious when I was younger, and you look back and you're like, you missed out on a lot of fun. Not necessarily like fun with other girls and dating around and stuff, but just like they never work out. I out of all the people that I went to school with, I can think of one couple that stayed together. I don't know if they're together now, but I remember they stayed together past college. But everyone else, by the first year in college, they were done.
Yeah.
They broke up. And then even in college, you don't really want to get into anything too serious. Like, enjoy your youth, enjoy your friends, do fun stuff. That's fine if you want to date around or whatever, but I'm telling you, serious relationships, you'll probably regret it. The heart is a strong thing, though, so even if somebody tells... I remember people telling me that, and you sometimes just have to learn the hard way with that one.
The thing about it is most people when they're young get in a relationship without really knowing who they are and what they like in a relationship. And so relationships allow you to find out what you like and everything, but sometimes you just need to know yourself first. Don't be with somebody for the wrong reasons and just be yourself, and the right person will like you for who you are. You shouldn't have to change for a relationship. Number 2, don't let the wrong man finger blast you. And what I mean by this is you don't have to sleep around to be cool. You don't have to let the first guy that you date or whatever finger blast you.
Yeah, we sound like a Saturday morning special, like, kids, don't let anyone finger blast you. That finger blasting is a no-no. It's naughty. But it is true, like, you don't need to do something just because everyone else is doing it and whatnot. And I think, especially with the girls, the females that are younger, they do sometimes do that stuff just because they feel like it's something they're supposed to do to keep the guy happy and whatever. But
or they think they're cool.
If you give it up too easy and you do think, I'm not telling somebody you shouldn't do something at this age or you shouldn't do something at that age. That's not my right to say how you live your life. It's between you, your parents, and whatever, depending on how old you are. But if you give it up too easily, you get a rep for that. And then you get known as that girl that's easy. And all the guys might act like they like you, but they only like you because you're easy. Not because they want to be in a relationship with you.
Yeah.
And some people are probably going to be like, what's finger blast mean? I would say Google it, but you probably shouldn't. It's like, is that second base? It's like second base.
Second base, I guess.
Sometimes we say things that younger people don't understand, like your 10 going on 18
I
comment.
know. Nobody got that.
So many people are like, 10 going on 18? What the hell was she talking about? It's a
metaphor.
It just means you're growing up fast.
So yeah, you don't have to do sexual things in order to get a guy to like you. It may seem like you need to, but the minute the guy gets what he wants, bam, he's gone.
Preach it, sister.
Preach it!
Even though we said we weren't going to be preaching.
I know.
Okay, my number 3 is be independent and be a free thinker. Now, if you watched my I grew up in a cult video, you would know that I grew up in a religion that was pretty strict, and it just kind of indoctrinates you at a very early age. And I'm not telling anyone not to be religious. That's your choice. I'm just saying be educated and think for yourself and come to what your decisions on your own. If you want to be a Christian, read the Bible, do all the different research you can, and, learn multiple different viewpoints, and then decide what you want to be and what you believe. With anything, politics, anything. I'm not telling you what side you should be on, but be your own person and learn for yourself. Don't just follow the crowd or follow what other people are telling you is right and wrong or real and not real. Like, knowledge is key with something like that. Come to your own conclusions, and that is what will help you have those strong vindications when you're older, as far as you know what you are and you know what you believe in. But just keep an open mind and learn stuff yourself. If you're interested in something and you have questions, read multiple different sources and multiple different opinions. Then come up to your
I hate it when you do that.
I hate it when you look at me like that.
Then don't do that.
And come to your own conclusions.
Number 3 for me, don't put a lot of emphasis on popularity. Most of the kids that were the popular ones in high school for me are now working at a gas station.
Same with me. And I know you still always want to be popular. Even though an adult or something says it's not that big of a deal in the long run, when you're in it and when you're in high school or you're in middle school or you're in college, it is still important to be liked. Everyone wants to be liked. Everyone wants to be cool. Just know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, I was basically a nerd in grade school, And then middle school, I was just kind of picked on because I was a Jehovah's Witness and I just was kind of awkward. And then towards, junior, senior year, I got more popular and girls started liking me and I was good at sports and things like that. And so I've seen it from both sides. And I know how lonely it can be if you're someone that's like not popular or you get picked on and stuff. It's rough. I've been there before. But you just got to know that some of the smartest, best looking people that I grew up with are people that weren't that popular. Mm-hmm. And so it's not the end all be all when it comes to everything. And you'll end up looking back at it and thinking that was silly later on. I mean, she was a total nerd. She greased her hair back.
I had a huge forehead. I greased my hair back. I was not cool at all.
No,
I wore NSYNC shirts because I was obsessed with NSYNC.
Well, that was cool back then, though.
No, to wear an NSYNC shirt, I got made fun of all the time.
But I mean,
loved Justin Timberlake.
In all honesty, she's kind of a nerd still. But you don't grease your hair back.
No.
And you don't have braces. You were kind of a late bloomer. I've seen high school pics of you.
Yeah.
You're kind of a plain Jane. No offense. I was awkward
taken.
too. My number 4 is this. I became a smoker at a young age, and that was one of my biggest regrets. I ended up getting oral cancer, when I turned 30. It caused me some different health problems, and it was something that was just awful and tough to quit. And so don't even start. That's one of my biggest takeaways from being young is that I should have never started smoking. And you think when you're starting out, just like everyone else, you just become a social smoker. You smoke at parties or you smoke, here and there when you're with this group of people. And the next thing you know, you're stressed about something and you buy your own packs and it just snowballs and it gets worse and worse and worse. It's harder and harder.
And the thing about it, you don't think other people know that you smoke. You can't hide that smell. Remember the people that would sit there and wash their hands and spray perfume all over them? No, it doesn't work. You stink, it ruins your teeth, and you can get cancer. Boom.
Why do you sound so preachy?
I don't know why I sound so preachy.
Mom life over here.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, my next one is don't be jelly of other girls or guys. I guess guys don't really.
No, guys get jelly too.
But
jelly means jealous.
It's mostly a girl thing, and girls will get jealous and they'll get envious of other girls. Everybody's fighting their own battle. Just be appreciative of what you have, what you're good at. Everybody has their problems. Everybody wishes they had something that they didn't.
Yeah, the grass is always greener on the other side.
It appears,
really
but
with people,
not.
But it's not. And it's very easy to look at others and get jealous maybe because they always have the cool boyfriends or their parents have more money than you or they don't have bad acne and you do or they don't have tiny nipples and you do.
Speaking of acne, you'll get pimples when you're 30 still. Try to be happy for them and use it to better yourselves. Whenever I start to get jealous of something or I'm like, oh, she has this or that, I use it to fuel myself to get better as a person.
That's just being jealous and competitive then.
No, I use it to be a better person. I don't want to try to be better than anybody, but I want to better myself better than I was yesterday.
But I think a big part of it and with jealousy is that you don't always feel like you need to stack up to somebody else. You might look at them and be like, oh, their body is better than me. They might look at you and say, oh, that person's smarter than me.
Yeah.
So you don't need to always be that thing just because you wish you were. We all wish that we were different ways. I wish that I had hair. I wish that I didn't have a mouth that looks like a butthole. But I'm not going to go get mouth surgery. I'm just going to be glad for what I do have.
And just realize that everybody has their issues. Nobody's perfect. Be thankful for what you do have.
Yeah, I have a really nice nose. You don't think so?
Yeah, you have a nice nose.
That was not that was not reassuring at all.
I wasn't really looking at your nose. I mean, it's okay.
You've only been with me for close to 5 years now.
It's an average nose.
An average nose? I thought I had a pretty damn nice nose.
You have a better than most nose.
Well, I'm just trying to make myself feel better here. I got a big forehead. I got a small mouth. The only normal looking things I have are my eyes and my nose on my face.
Yeah, and they're nice.
Okay, moving on. Another thing that I really regret is not focusing on my education more. When I did start to get more popular and stuff in high school and I started to get a little more social and whatever, my grades went to crap. I didn't care. I didn't focus on that. You're not thinking about your future, and I get that. You want to enjoy yourself, but at the same time, go to college. College is fun anyway. I mean, I know a lot of people are just like, I'm screw it. I'm just going to move out when I'm 18. That's what I did. But I think education is key, and it's power. Knowledge is power. Even if you're not sure what you want to be when you get out of high school, I would still definitely suggest bettering yourself and furthering your education. Whether it be a 4-year or community college, always be trying to better yourself, even at this age. She's a nurse, but she's still going to be taking classes to give herself more skills and whatnot so she can be more valuable. But another part to that also is that when you do decide what you want to be, don't do it just because it pays well or it does this or that. Do it because it's something that you're passionate about and you'll enjoy.
College is also like a place where you discover more about yourself as well. You're out of high school, you're out of those like cliques and stuff like that, and you go to college and you're on your own, and that's kind of when you discover like who you are, what do I like? You know, you're not just doing what everybody else is doing.
Yeah, you learn social skills and stuff too.
And to add on to the education stuff, this is my final one, is to stick to stuff. When I was growing up, I did piano and soccer and I tried basketball, but I always quit after a few weeks because I wasn't good at it, or I didn't feel like I was good at it, or I didn't want to go to practice. And my mom just let me quit, and I wish I would have stuck it out. And just to find out what I did like in high school, because I didn't do any sports.
Yeah, I mean,
I gave up too easily, and I wish I would have stuck to things and found out more about what my passions were, and as far as hobbies and stuff. I gave up too easily before I could get good at something.
Yeah, if it's something you truly want to do, don't give up. If it's something where, God, I really want to learn how to play guitar, or God, I really want to learn this or learn that, you're going to suck and it's going to be frustrating in the beginning. Don't do it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, if you absolutely hate something, like you're playing basketball or something and you absolutely hate it and you can't stand the sport and you don't like running or whatever, then yeah, try something else. But don't give up just because it gets hard and you're not good at it. Because once you're good at something and you practice and you become better at it, it becomes more rewarding and you find out that that's how you find your passions.
I mean, we still suck at YouTube videos, but we still do it. We still freaking do it. So I think that's about it, guys. Let us know what you guys think of these types of videos. If you want to see more top 10s, we do have our Q&A video coming up on Friday because we did hit that 10,000 subscribers. It'll be something that's more lighthearted and enjoyable. And there's been some
not so preachy.
Yeah, there's been some good questions so far that
Yeah.
I think will be kind of funny to answer.
Hopefully you got something out of this video. If you did, go ahead and give us a big thumbs up. And also, if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. We put out videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
That about wraps it up, guys. Until next time, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Guns.